What is going on, my baboon brothers, my simian sisters? Deej here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. Today, we're continuing the tournament series and revisiting the Smacky Cup 3. For all of you that don't know, the Smacky Cup is the premier Fog tournament for all of Advanced Wars by Web, where the best Fog players duke it out for the crown. Now, the Smacky Cup 3, the last episode we covered, was the bracket finals. In a bracket of 64-ish players, I faced off with Muji on Stalling Rod with an Olaf mirror. Spoiler alert, I won. But your reward for beating those 63 other players is you have to face the other bracket winners in the grand finals, because there was 8 brackets of 64 each. The best of those 64 are now the 8 remaining seeds. I'm a mere 5 seed in this, facing off the 4 seed Kill Me First. The remaining players are scary. Kill Me First, Alagatua, Fenrir, Darth Noob, just to name a few. These guys, Lord Clefairy, these guys aren't playing around. These guys are the best Fog players active at the moment, basically. So, my reward for that, Grand Finals. And the map we're facing off on is Verdunois V2 for realsies, aka Verdunois version 4. Only real difference is the HQ got moved back, there's been less forests. It's been optimized, basically. What you need to know about this map is it's a Battle Royale map where you have 3 bases bunched together in the airport in the back. Similar to Stalling Rod, 3 bases together, no real strong side or weak side. You make your strong side and weak sides. They have identical forests over here. So if you go over here, if you go over here, same movement distance for the most part. So you really make your strong side and weak side. Personally, not a huge fan of that kind of thing. I like dedicated strong side and weak sides. It can feel kind of coin flippy if you have these non-dedicated strong side, weak sides. I could put a lot of effort over there, and then my opponent might put effort over here, and then just you get unlucky or something like that. So I'm not a huge fan. It's a high-income map, which I'm also not a huge fan of as well. It's a small, condensed, high-income map. 23k per side if both sides have equal properties. Pretty high income. It's a tier 1 or tier 4 matchup, so we could choose Adder, Jess, Jake, Cole. Cole actually got some usage. Cole guys rise up. There's a lot of roads here. So, why did I choose Jess? I chose Jess for the same reason Kill Me First chose Jess, which is because vehicles are very strong on this map. Higher income means there's going to be more teching up. Jess has the best Neo tanks. Jess has the best medium tanks. Bombers are alright, copters are alright, but they're not that great, so she's not really missing out on that much by having weaker copters. Her infantry are weaker, which is not great as well, but typically Jess scales with the higher income. The higher the income, the better Jess is. The lower the income, the better Adder is, the worse Jess is. So that's usually my rule of thumb. 23k, that's plenty high. It was either Jess or Cole, but Cole's a little more risky. He has stronger infantry and he's got better movement for his air units during his superpower or his power and superpower, but doesn't really have that firepower oomph that Jess does unless he's on a road, which makes him vulnerable. So those are the only 2 COs I really considered picking, but since it's a higher income map, I chose Jess. Now, let's talk briefly about the map itself. The contested properties, you draw a straight line down the middle. Those are basically the contested properties. Namely, Alagatua covered this in his video. I give him a shout out here. Check out his video. It's 2 hours long. It's a full film, basically. But he really breaks it down precisely. Every single thought that even popped into his brain. Every nuance on this map. Much better than I could do. I like to do for entertainment purposes, you know. Not that granular. So if you want more granular analysis, check out Alagatua's video. Anyway, most contested properties are these 3. Honestly, it's these 2. This property over here, you typically will not prevent that early. It's usually a flippable property later, but earlier on, you're not going to be trying to grab this. This should be greens, and this should be yellows over here. But these 2 properties are another story, and these 2 over here. So those 4 properties are super contested. You cannot contest the comm tower. This is not, don't even try. You're going to lose units. That's overextension. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you try to cap the comm tower, that's within 2 range. If you have Adder, if you have Jess, someone with the movement bonus, you use 1 power, you're on top of the comm tower. Meanwhile, it takes 3 turns for this, if not more. Yeah, looks like 4 turns actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, to get on top of it's 4 turns. So, it's these 2 properties. The most contested of those properties is probably this one right here. Actually, I don't know. They're both very contested. I think Alagatua had rankings. He said this is the least contested of the three. They're still very contested. But I think he said that this one is the most contested, and this is the less contested. Because you can put an artillery here and, like, lock this one, but this one, you can't really lock down. Actually, no, he said this is the most contested. Anyway, all you need to know, there's different tiers if you want to watch this video, and those are the most contested properties. So that's what I focused on. So what you need to know about this map, those three contested properties. High income. No strong side, weak side. Because of this, I can't use my normal craftiness. Oh, I do this build, I do that build. I had this game, you cannot rely on luck or any of that stuff. You have to rely on the fundamentals, and that's what I had to do. And to show you what I did and everything that went through my mind, I am not showing Kill Me First's point of view because I want to show you how clueless I was to what he was doing and vice versa, so you guys can get the full experience. So anyway, without further ado, I'm on the top in the green beans. You will not see him be moving. Capture these properties. A lot of people here, I've seen people, instead of capturing this property, they go in infantry here. I'm not going to say I have the best build in infantry. I have suboptimal. I didn't even practice for this match because I knew it was going to be a battle royale. This is not something you can really fully have a build for like other maps. So my infantry build's not it might be suboptimal. I'm not going to claim it's the best. You know, I considered a day 3 recon, but honestly, I don't think a recon would reach fast enough to warrant it. So I was thinking early tanks with a safer build, not a greed build, not an APC build, not a T-copter build, but just a safe tank build. So I see nothing of him. Go down and get my caps. Opting to put an infantry down here. So my game planning at the beginning of the match. Those 3 properties are contested, right? I want to deny at least one of these properties. One of these properties I want to deny, and I want to capture these properties myself. So I'm maybe not doing too optimally, but this guy right here, he's not aiming for this property. He's going down, down, and I want to get that as soon as possible. So that's my thought process. So go down, capture some units, build my first tank. In the middle, it's flexible. It can go either side. No big deal. I'm not really committing on either side. If I see a recon or something attacks me, I can switch it to whatever side attacks me. So Kill Me First has his turn. I need to cover these infantry. I can't let them be hit, you know, without any defense. So everything's covered except for this, but that'd be a huge overextension. I don't even think a recon can reach now, so everything's covered. Nothing to worry about. Oops. Yeah, and I built another tank from the top. So, you know, I think I probably should have built a tank down here if I was really trying to deny these properties, but instead I just wanted to be safe and, you know, protect these. I want to bring this one down, and I want to bring this guy over here to protect them while they're capping the comm tower in case there's some early recon shenanigans. Don't really want him to get away with anything. So his turn passes, I don't see anything. I reveal there's nothing on the comm tower. Everything's going fine so far. It's the calm before the storm. Double recon build. Another thing about this map. How many mountains are there on this map? How many mountains are there? There is not a single mountain. Recons are so important. So important. Honestly, in some instances, recons are better than tanks. That's right, I said it. A recon, I'd rather kill their recon than kill their tank. Recons are phenomenal on this map. If you do not have at least 2, you should have 3 or 4. If you do not have at least 2 in the mid game, you are playing poorly. You need at least 2 recons, or you're just losing. You need recons, and a lot of them. At least 2. Optimally 3 or 4. So just say, you need recons. Vision, you can lose a game. You can have better units, but if you have bad intelligence, you can just lose. Recons give you that 5 vision, give you that extra intelligence. You're going to need it. So everything looks fine for me. I don't see any of his units. That seemed soon to be to change, I think. I go over here. Okay, there's nothing here yet. Maybe the coast is clear. I can cap it and sneak a little guy in there. Let's see if I can do that. So sneak over here. I want to get both these or deny both these. Honestly, even if I don't get them, I want to deny them and I want to get my own over here. So a little sneaky boy. You know, will I capture this or will I go for that greedy cap? I forget, to be honest. I go for the safe cap. Okay, I could have gotten a little greedy over there, but I still see nothing of kill me first units. And look, why did I move my tank here? Here's the fundamentals. When you have no CO advantage, which I don't, and when you have no strong side, weak side advantage, which neither of us does, how do you get an advantage over your opponent if this is just a coin flip? You want to limit your opponent's intelligence. I want to make my odds equal, and I want to make his odds worse. I get a coin flip, 50% chance I win or lose. Maybe for him, I can make that a 40-60, and he can lose. Like, my thought process is, okay, I put it here. Why would I put a tank here or here? Why does that matter? Recon in here. I don't want to reveal where my tanks are. I want him to think I could have an artillery now. I could have a copter now. I could have a medium tank now. I don't want to let him know which side is my strong side and my weak side. That is my one advantage I want to keep, is I have better intelligence than my opponent. When you have nothing else over your opponent, when you have no other tangible advantage, income advantage, no one has even income advantage yet. Intel advantage. You don't hear that often, but when you get to the really high levels of Advanced Wars and you're playing Fog, Intel advantage is huge. So yeah, I do a little wimpy move. Sure, a lot of people are like, oh, maybe putting the forest over here and like, whoa, block or go. Hell, I could even go in the city over here. Whoa, I blocked that. Wow. But I give away I have a tank here. And maybe he shifts a tank that was over here, and now he's got 5 tanks over here. And he sniffs out my plan. I'm not allowing him to have that. I'm keeping them hidden. This one is in range of that, but I thought it was worth it in order to defend this. I mean, honestly, I could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there, straddling the road. Honestly, that might have been a better play. Looking in retrospect, that might have been a better play. But another reason I put it here is because I want to be able to front shift. Because if I put it over here and I want to shift it down here, it's a pain in the ass. But right here, 2 turns, I'm over there. So, building artillery, because artillery can be pretty good. I was eyeing that force the whole game. I was like, if I can deny that from him and put an artillery here, I don't think he can get that. So I just need to get one of those. So my game plan is continuing. I don't see any of his units. Nothing happening. Not even a squeak of his wheels. Turn ends. Okay. Recon comes in. Beautiful. Already helping me out. Now, thought process. I want to stop that. But how? Do I cap here, interrupt here, and cap here? Do I capture that? Don't even worry about that and attack there? Do I even use a vehicle here and attack there? He doesn't know about my tank. If he has got a rig on here, he doesn't know about my tank. My tank is completely hidden. He could think... The thing is, if he only sees infantry here, he might attack all into me over here, and then I'm just going to bash him with my units. And another thing, if he only sees infantry here, he's going to assume all my forces over here, so I can get away with being greedy over here, because he sees nothing over here, he doesn't realize I'm even, and he thinks I'm all strong here, and he will not stop me. So that's another advantage. If I hide my units, he'll think both. He doesn't know which one's my strong side, weak side. He will play conservatively. Recon comes in. Nothing over here. Something's over here. What does that tell me? He's a little more aggressive over here than he is over here. Be for a few reasons. He could have more vehicles over here. That's my first thought process. If he's being aggressive over here, he probably has more vehicles over here. If he feels comfortable capping that. He could have a transport over here. He could have less vehicles, because if he only has infantry, he'll have more infantry to cap everything. But my first thought process was, if he's feeling that ballsy, he's probably got vehicles. So I get greedy over here. Not greedy, but I'm going for one of the most contested properties. And I interrupt over there, reveal the recon. Cap. And I don't know about this last move right here. Honestly, this seems a little greedy, but I figured I'd do it anyway. Like I said, I thought there was a recon in this forest, and I was 100% right. It's right out of tank range. He cannot see my tank. So I was just like, Thank you. I was right. My intelligence denial is working. So he doesn't know about the tank. So I'm not even going to move that tank. Seems completely counterintuitive. Whoa, dude, the tank moved like one movement in like 3 turns. Yeah, but it's doing his job. This one is too. They seem completely passive, but this isn't standard play. This is fog. And I front shift over here. I saw the recon. I'm like, all right, we're getting out of here. I see nothing over here. He's probably got nothing. He's probably got nothing at all over here. It's probably all out over here. He's got a recon. He's capping aggressively. All his units are probably over here. And I'm not going to move my tank an inch. Anti-air, prophylactic anti-air. Got to have that. Now what does he do? Recon interrupts me there. Okay. Interesting. Infantry attacks. Okay. Infantry does not attack me there, curiously enough. Infantry gets off. Tank comes. So I see his first vehicle. I see another tank. I don't like this move by him. I think what I would have done is tank maybe attacks the forest here. Just cap that. And then maybe if he had an infantry over here, maybe just cap that. But he does the opposite of me. He reveals he has 2 tanks. They take, what, 3 turns to get over here? I know there's nothing over here. He hasn't seen a single tank by me. I see 2 tanks. Now, the opportunity cost. I lost 2 infantry. He did not. He's ahead in unit value and unit count. Or he's ahead in unit count. I don't know about value. But he's ahead in unit count. But I see 2 tanks. So I have more intelligence than him. And sometimes intelligence is worth more than units. Seems counterintuitive, but it's true. So I see 2 tanks. Very, very helpful to know. I know he's got nothing on the other side. And I was like, maybe I should cap this recon reveal, cap this while he's got nothing. Just try to get greedy and get everything capped over here. And then while slowly biding my time, bringing this over here and denying that property. That was probably my game plan at the time. Reveal, no recon over there. Okay, cap, I don't see any infantry either. Recon reveals the forest. Yeah, nothing. I thought maybe there'd be a recon there. There still could be a recon there, but there's no tanks. I see no tanks at all. Just a bunch of infantry. Further confirming to me. He's got a lot of units over here. There's a lot of vehicles. So I'm not going, tank attack. Tank, bring the... No. Now is not the time for that. Since there was so many infantry, I was like, if I cap this, you can attack there, attack there, attack there for 3 angles and cap himself. I only have 1 recon, so I was a little hesitant. But since I know all these vehicles are over here. Why am I bringing all my units down here? Because I accomplished one thing. I got this property, he does not have this property. So, if I can deny both these properties, I will have higher income than him. So, mission accomplished up here. Now I need to make sure he never gets these properties. At least deny one of them. So I'm shifting the whole kitchen sink down. The kitchen sink's coming down. Notice. Has he seen a single one of my tanks yet? Out of range. Out of range. He doesn't know about a single tank. He still thinks all my stuff is over here. He has no idea. He saw me attack with some infantry. He knows I have a recon. That's all he knows. He knows I have a recon. That's it. I know he has 2 tanks down there. He doesn't know anything. At best, he knows that I have his recon, and maybe if there's a recon there, he knows 1 recon. He hasn't seen a single tank. So he caps over there. I'm like, like I said earlier, this is contested, but this is a flippable property later. I'm not going to go baboon it and attack with my recon over there, you know what I mean? Or attack with a tank. Like, it's not worth it. Infantry moving. Tank moves back. Recon moves over there. From here, still sees no tanks. These tanks are out of range of the recon there. They're out of recon range there. You can't see anything. Goes for the caps again. No, I cannot allow those caps. Being defensive over here. Honestly, I probably couldn't have gotten away with capping this last turn. Unless there's a recon there, which there wasn't. So I could have gotten away with it. Could have been greedy there. Could have gotten that cap. But I didn't. Unfortunate for me, but whatever. Now I'm going for it. Recon interrupts. Get some intelligence. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let's see what I'm dealing with now. Unfortunately, I should have attacked here first, because I lost my vision, which is kind of annoying. So I have to use my tank over here in order to see. Reveal his recon, so now he sees that I have a tank. In fact, he sees that I have an artillery. And I don't even need to put a tank here, because if he attacks this recon, my artillery covers. My artillery is covering every single unit here, except for this infantry and this guy, but those are well defended, so I have basically locked this property. So my goal is to complete, basically. And if he attacks into me here with a power, that's 2 turns away. For him, it's 3 turns. So by building an artillery, I'm forcing him to come closer to me. And if he attacks my tank from this road, I attack from the city. If he attacks my recon over here, I attack from this. Like, it's difficult. When you have a well-positioned artillery, it can be very good. And I retreat my units over here, because I'm like, I revealed everything over here now, so I probably have to back up over there. But still, I am not revealing these tanks. I only revealed 1 tank, so he probably still thinks I have like 3 or 4 tanks over here. Despite this aggression, I only reveal 1 tank, an artillery, and a recon. Theyese guys are still out of range. They're not going to move an inch. Build a Neo tank because I love Neo tanks, and I want to tech off, and I want to catch him off guard. Still out of range. The theme of the match for me: intelligence denial. Recon comes in, unfortunately sees me this turn, stops that cap. Oops. Attacks my infantry, kills my recon, but he's going to get blasted by an artillery. Reveals, I think he wanted to get in the forest, but he got trapped. Kills my infantry, kills my other infantry, caps again. I mean, it's not looking too great in terms of stats, because I have 6 deaths to 1 kill. But I have income advantage and I have intel advantage. So that's okay, I guess. I'm about to kill that tank too, so it's not as bad as it seems. So, kill the tank. First things first, get some vision. Great. You notice something wrong with my current unit composition? I need more recons. Fast. I don't know what's over. There could be an artillery over here. There could be artillery everywhere. I don't know. I need a recon. I need a recon bad. Tank attacks. Infantry attacks. I really want to stop that cap. Attack the tank, and look, I have no recon, and I'm already going to lose a tank for that. So this is my first dubious move, I suppose I would call it. It's not the end of the world, but I'm going to lose a tank for that aggression. But it's okay, it's not the end of the world. Another thing. Attacking at the top over here. What would you do? Would you retreat? Would you attack? What would you... Recon attacks recon? I'm a man of my word. I don't do recon and recon violence. I focus on killing his infantry instead. Because if I kill all his infantry, he can win the vehicle battle, but he'll never capture this property. He'll never capture my contested properties. If I focus on his infantry, he can win the war, but he can't capitalize. Likewise over here. Another thing of interest to you guys. There's a lot of vehicles over here, right? Which means there's less infantry. The more vehicles he builds over here, the less infantry. So by attacking my infantry into his infantry and killing his infantry, he can be winning the vehicle war, but I still win in the end because I have the properties and he can't capture them. So keep that in mind. When there's more vehicles, typically there's less infantry. So it's counterintuitive. Your infantry maybe should be attacking their infantry. Even if your infantry die too, if you cancel out their infantry, they can't cap anything. So it's a little counterintuitive, and it kind of depends on a case-by-case basis, but just because they have more vehicles somewhere, kamikazing your infantry can be a pretty decent move. So, still out of range. Theme of the match, still out of range. Cannot see shit. I killed his recon too. Gotta build my recon, beep beep. So, dead tank. Attacks by tank, I guess he wanted a power here. Turbocharge. Oh boy. Oh boy. What are we dealing with here? Easy kill. Copter comes in. Okay, well, I built the anti-air, so we're good there. Attacks my artillery, which is not great, but there we go. Weak just infantry. And attacks my infantry over here. What's he gonna do? Backs up. So he clearly has nothing more than this recon. Maybe anticipating a superpower. So, after that turn, honestly, I felt really good. Why did I feel good? This artillery caused him to overextend. This tank is a free kill, basically. I don't have to use any power or anything, it's just dead. I mean, it reveals my Neo tank, but cool. By building this artillery, building artillery can cause your opponent to overextend, because let's say I have a line of artillery. Artillery. He has to keep pushing and pushing and pushing to stop the artillery, right? And he gets further and further into my base. So if I have an artillery here, I stop these properties right over. What I'm saying is it can cause people to overextend because artillery can shoot from a distance, so you have to come close to them. And by coming closer, I'm able to make him overextend because this is in 2 turns. He attacked that. In 2 turns, he got hit. So, just keep that in mind. Anyway, kill off the copter. Then there's the sad part. Because remember, this was right here. It attacked last turn. What does that indicate? That indicates there's 2 artilleries. There's 1 here and there's 1 here. So now I know he's dedicated a lot of tanks and 2 artillery and a copter over here. So there's a lot of units coming over here. So there's nothing at all over here. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. Recon to recon violence. And also I'm like, I'm going to overload over here. I'm already going to get shot. Might as well just, do some stuff. So I do my recon to recon violence. Now that's a favorable trade to me. He's on a road. I'm on a city. I'm like, whatever. That's fine. I'm going for this cap. The recon can't even see me, so I might even get away with it. I opt to, instead of join or heal, I opt to bring this back. I don't have a recon in position, so I want to use this as my scout. Tank comes in. Kills my recon. Don't love that. Still has not captured that. Notice, last turn. He actually attacked with this unit, I think. I think he didn't cap, he attacked me. Yeah, he attacked me instead of capping to get this hit. So he still has not captured that property. Anyway, tank kills me there. I know there's 2 artillery right here, or there was. But I have a superpower, he does not. He's really overextending now. His infantry are overextending. I think... I don't know, he's overextending. There's nothing... I can't really write that off. He's getting a little too aggressive. Recon moves over there. I think it's because of my vision denial. He doesn't know about anything, but he knows about the Neo tank now. He's being very aggressive. What was that just moved? Is that an infantry? Yeah, it's an infantry. Infantry there, artillery there. I don't know where his other one is. I need my recon in position. So, but unfortunately, this tank got away with murder. I will be getting this property. I get the full 23k. He has neither of these. So we're at 21 to 23. So honestly, my mission is accomplished for income. Now, I just need to win a battle. I'm still behind deaths to kills. Though I did kill the copter, which is more value. So I'm ahead on values of kills, but I'm behind on deaths in terms of numbers. But I have my superpower. And I thought about using it here. This tank will not reach that tank. This recon will reach that. So because of that, I opted to use it this turn. I wanted to reveal what's over here and just massacre all these infantry and kill off that artillery. And I believe he tried to bait me this turn. Not only is it good for attacking, it's good for reinforcing. Because, like, look, these guys are get to skip through the forest. It's really nice. Heal that infantry. Use this as a scout. I have this scout as well. And honestly, I had no idea what's over here. I'm like, there could be their artillery there, their artillery there. I don't know where his other artillery is. So this is my artillery scouter. And I don't see his other artillery. I'm like, huh. Where is that artillery? Could be on this calm tower, could be in this forest. Interesting. So I was like, I mean, my Neo tank could just bash this. I kill this infantry in one shot. Neo tank one-shots that. Tank attacks that, one-shots that. I can demolish him. But I have a feeling the artillery's there or somewhere around here. And I bring my copter over here. Because I see the anti-air over here, so I'm like, let's bring my copter over here. I got nothing to do with the tank. Let's hide back here. And I do the unthinkable for some of you guys. Okay, I do that. I don't know where his artillery is. Overdrive. My new tank didn't even attack. Very passive. Deej, what the hell are you doing? There's a few things. Number one. I revealed my Neo tank to him last turn. He's probably already built a bomber and Neo tank of his own. He's probably getting an answer. If he didn't have one already. Number two, I'm not gonna risk attacking. If there is an artillery there, he's gonna neuter my Neo tank basically. If there's an artillery over here or somewhere over here that I can't see. Maybe it could be on this. If I attack that, it's not worth the risk. So that was my thought process. Let's see what he does. Let's see what happens. Tank attacks me over here. Recon attacks me. Uh-oh. Could be an infantry coming. Uh-oh. I don't want to give up those properties. Copter reveals itself. Tank attacks my artillery because he knows that's there. Anti-air attacks my anti-air, which is confusing. So I was already wishing, like, damn, I wish I had this down here. I could do some attacks, but unfortunately, do not. I don't know what that infantry's doing. These guys should have backed off. This is just hyper aggressive. I don't agree with that. Copter attacks my tank. Artillery. It definitely was in that forest. It was in that forest, so I was happy I didn't attack that anti-air. Would have gotten shellacked. And he's not capturing either of these properties. Cool. Comes in. My anti-air. Build another one just in case. I'm expecting a bomber. Because bombers are 22k. This is a high income map. It's not unheard of that if I attack my Neo tank on a road or on a plane or something, a bomber's gonna like one-shot me or bring me down to like 1 or 2 HP. So I want to prepare for a bomber, basically. And usually when people are behind, I'm ahead. I'm ahead on unit count, I believe. Not unit count. I'm ahead on unit value, and I'm ahead on income. So when people are behind, usually they resort to copter spam. I've seen it time and time again. Happens to the best of us. If you're behind, a lot of people like to go copter spam. A lot of people like to go artillery spam, trying to bait Neo tanks and medium tanks, try to get some income advantage back. Yeah. And bring my recon because it's super valuable. And I see a lot of units over here. A lot of people wouldn't do this, but I'm me. I don't think he's got an anti-air over here. I don't think he's got an anti-air over there. F it. I'm going to get a free hit. It might be there, but the chances are incredibly low. I don't want to allow him to cap my properties, so I suicide my infantry in. Look, all these guys are going to kill off my infantry. I know that. But I don't want to allow him to cap my props that I worked very hard for. I bring one tank over there. One shot that. Boonga banga. Neo tank. Like I said, I stay in the forest, I kill that. I don't want to risk any bomber or Neo tank killing me. And seemingly, because he's dedicated 3 vehicles over here, that means he has less over here, because I've been going all out. All I had was like a recon, so he's been definitely increasing his amount of vehicles over there. And it shows. Look how many recons this dude has. He's got 3 recons over here. Crazy. So because of that, here's where I disagree with him. If you're going all out over here and you're trying to capture this property as he's clearly doing, don't attack into this. Retreat. Do not attack into this. Like I said, when you punch on one side, you guard on the other. You punch, you guard on one side, you attack on the other. Don't attack everywhere at once. No one wants to punch like this. No one punches like this, unless you're in the special league or something like that. Okay? You're gonna get hurt. So, now he retreats. It seems like that tank just didn't get the memo. Yeah. So that was just a mistake on his part, I guess. Recon reveals. I see nothing. My Neotank is... I'm playing it really safe with that Neotank. I saw nothing go in and out of it, or out into this forest, so I can take that forest. Copter kills. Kill the Recon. I saw nothing go in that forest because I have great intel. I didn't see anything go in. So I know nothing's in it. I can go in blindly. Or not blindly, but, you know, with intention. And I might even be able to sneak a proppy. And then we get a 3k income advantage. Neotank sneakily front shifts over here. Because I'm sensing he's putting a lot of units over here. And if he pulls back over here, a lot of players might be like, oh, I'm winning, I gotta attack, capture the Column Tower, capture this, capture that. No, capture the contested properties. Don't get greedy, don't overextend. That's what he wants. He's probably got some artillery waiting for me. I sense he's going strong over here, so I begin to front shift. And I deny his intel, so I keep this in the forest. I keep everything hidden. He doesn't see any of this stuff. Build another recon because we love recons. Copter comes in. Okay. Copter comes in. Tank kills me. Capturing one of the most contested properties. I cannot allow that. Also notice he has a superpower. He hasn't been using it. So he could have used it this turn. I was kind of baiting a little bit. That's why I'm kind of like defensive for the most part, you know? I'm not that... It's another reason why I would not attack into all this stuff, because he uses superpower, I'm going to get shellacked. So keeping him on superpower is good for me. And I consider this next turn, I'm just like, I could use a power here and kill off that copter, because I don't think anything went in the forest. So I could definitely do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I'd have to get a superpower. But I could kill that. And then this could hit that, and then the 3 there. So I was like, is it worth using a power just to get one copter kill? So I opted not to do it. Kill his recons, because recons are valuable. And this is the part you want the recons in one of these two forests, because now I can see him front shifting. He had all this stuff for it, now he's front shifting everything in the kitchen sink upward. So I know he's got nothing over here. Maybe like an infantry or two, but nothing. So I can start capping that. I can be defensive over here and just prepare for a big attack at the top. So I'm preparing for the worst at the top. Reveal another copter. Everything over here is on defensive terrain. Defensive, 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 defensive. That's gonna die. But my Neotank's not revealed. Nothing over here. Might as well cap. Even front shift, I literally have like one tank over here. I'm front shifting everything at the top because I know it's coming because I have the recon. I know it's coming. Overdrive comes in. Not kind of a wimpy overdrive. Attacking infantry, that's not an overdrive you want to see really. Stops my cap there, unfortunately. And once this ended, I was like, oh, this game is won. I thought at least he'd be capping a property over here. That's why I kept this alive. I was going to interrupt this and knock it down to 9 if something was over there. But after this turn ended, I was like, this game is won. I'm going to murder all of his units, basically. In fact, I think I did a suboptimal turn because I knew it was won. Like, I didn't put as much effort because this is just, you know, boonga banga. See, I'm even, look at that. I'm even attacking into that. And then I think I did something stupid with that last tank. And I built a bomber because... And he resigns. So, it was a lot of small things that added up to a big thing. Basically, is how I would sum this up. Most importantly, lack of intelligence. He had no idea where my units were. I knew where his tanks were. I was able to capture this property uncontested because I knew he had nothing over here, and he didn't know if I had anything over here. If he thought I had nothing over here, if I revealed all my tanks, he probably would have stopped this cap. He probably had enough intel to attack it or attack this earlier. I mean, he still did anyway, but later on this one. But I got away with murder on that one. And then another thing, overextension. I think he overextended with his units. Starting with this artillery, it really baited him hard. Then the Neo tank came in, and from this position onward, it was a winning movement, a winning turn. So, yeah, good player, and I was happy. Honestly, I'm not the best Fog player ever. I'm a really good one, but I'm not the best. I said if I go 1-1 in the finals, if I get one win and I lose in the second round, I'll be happy. These are the best Fog players there are in Advanced Wars, you know, like, I've already won, like, 6 Fog games in a row in this tournament against some of the best ever. So, like, I won this game. If I lose the next game, whatever, I don't even care. I was just happy to win one game, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my goal. Win one game in the grand finals. Win one game in the finals bracket. If I'm facing a Lagatua, you know, I'm gonna lose 90% of the time. So, you know, I keep my options realistic here. So I was very happy to have this win, and I wanted to demonstrate what went through my head. I also want to mention one thing. We played the last, like, 10 turns live. We were playing look at the time at the beginning. We're 16 days, 5 days, 16 days, 6 days, 16, 17. Starting around here, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like, it kept going up consistently because we kept gaining days because we were not taking our time. We played the last 5 turns live, and I'm the best Fog live player there is, besides Get Good. I'm convinced of that. Better than anyone else other than to Get Good. So, if you face me in live, I'll probably beat you. So I was very happy. That was another thing that helped me out a lot, was we were playing the last part live. So we were playing a little bit less optimally than we normally would. So I think you could see that with Kill Me First overextension. He normally would not do that, but I think he was in that live mindset, and these guys are just way overextended. So anyway, that was a heck of a game. I mean, it wasn't like fireworks or anything, but I think it just teaches you about intelligence denial and how critical that is. And ensuring that you have a game plan in terms of properties that you want to interrupt and not overextend is another critical thing. And recon vision. I almost blew it because he had so many artillery over here. My tanks just fought into it and I lose them. And I didn't know where this one was, and it was definitely in that forest. Let's see that. Oh, he had an early recon. Ah, you did see the tank. Plot twist, he saw the tank. Just that one though. And look at this. All vehicles. Nothing. Nada. I definitely could have captured this turn. Actually, no, he probably would have interrupted me. But, now seeing behind the lines, yeah, you can see that. Bought into that. The double, as I mentioned before. Yep. He was baiting me. I had my superpower or whatever, or right here. Superpower. Baiting me. Glad I didn't fall for the bait. A lot of people would fall for the bait there and lose. So, gotta be careful about that. But, yeah. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys were entertained. And I'll catch you guys in the next tournament series. I hope I win. I mean, if I lose, it's whatever, but I hope I win. Anyway, catch you guys next time. Peace.